We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
Go ahead. 12, 12. Let's go. Hey, we got 12, 12.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And incomplete to open things up.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
12, 12. Go ahead, go ahead. Go, go, go. 21, 21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Go ahead. 12, 12. 11, 11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Caught left side, Garçon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for a Niner 1st down. Garoppolo to Garçon. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Check 52. 1, Omaha. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. 65, 65. Strip that ball.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Say hot. 21, 21. 11, 11. 21, 21. 11, 11.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Merlin! 12! 17!
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Keith Marshall, 27 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
21. 11.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Ndamukong Suh able to get him for a loss of about 3.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On play action, now Garoppolo. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
White. 21. 13. Get set.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
This will be taken very short. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you. 21. 6. 21. Here we go. 21. 13. 6. 12.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Throw that side caught by Goodwin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Garoppolo now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Gun. 11. 6.
Check. 53 flight. Check. 53 flight.
You ain't giving up nothing. Flag.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Marshall. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job, to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
On 2nd down, here's Gone. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. 1st down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
White. 13. 11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
White.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
21.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Come on, fellas, here we go. 65, 65.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Ram 1st down as Goff finds Kupp.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, gone. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. To throw is Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
4 down. Check, check.
11. 11. 21. 21. Here we go.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
4 down.
Make it. Go. Go.
Let's go right here. 26, Mike. 26, Mike.
White.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
6. 6.
26, Mike.
6. 6.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be fielded at the 17. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
120, 180, 13.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to take a shot. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And Gold is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. And a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
On 1st down, gone. Oh, he's going to air it out right. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown as a member of the Rams. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Wait. I got you. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Play action. Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. He's to the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jared Goff with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. Now McKinnon, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
A dump down to McKinnon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
21, 21. 6, 6.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Wait. 21, 21.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
17.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So the Rams call on Johnny Hecker here to punt it away on 4th down. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. 21.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Ebukam in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
26, Mike.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
Mike. 26 Mike.
12, fellas. Here we go.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
12, 12.
26 Mike.
6, 6. 11, 11. Set hut.
26 Mike. 26 Mike.
I'm coming for you. You must.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
11, 11. White.
We got three.
The hut.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Garoppolo already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's first and 10.
26 Mike.
Go ahead. White. 12, 12.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, first and 10 at their own 11. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, and they've got it here with a first down. Gurley looking for a repeat of his 2017 performance. He's off to a good start as the Rams come up first and 10. Now a first down throw. Gone. Going up top for Kupp. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there. Goff to Kupp. 48 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
DC.
On first and 10, Goff. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Yes, sir. Go, Sadat. 180. Louis.
Goff throwing again. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Four down. Check. I got you. 26, Mike. 12, fellas. Here we go. Set up.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check your hot read. Check 9. 21. Here we go.
They run it with McKinnon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
21. White.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Caught left side, Garcon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I got 15. White. Let's go, D. Let's go. Now let's get this. Go ahead. Hey, I need one over here. 26, Mike.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Airing it deep for Garcon. He's got a man. Complete. A big play. Garoppolo to Garcon. 41 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Goff now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
He's going to get it running right. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They give it to him running left. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. 12.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Go ahead. Ringo.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
4 down.
Black 80! By 20! Go ahead.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Black!
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. A dump down to McKinnon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open. Field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
Four down, four down.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Let's go, let's go.
Six! Six!
53, Mike, 50.
White! Oh, you got D?
And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Tight end right.
Go ahead.
Easy, four down, easy.
11. 13!
53 is the light. Hey, let's get off the field.
Get out.
Get off the field.
21.
Quick edge. Go.
11.
53 is the light. 53, check 53.
6.
QB's up.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
6. 11. 11.
Next line.
Garoppolo on first down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
13. 11. 12, fellas, here we go.
53, Mike, 53.
65. 21.
Shit. Shit.
11. 13. Set hut.
Mike. Rip left.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. A good pickup there, a 22. Garoppolo now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Three down.
Go ahead.
Check 53.
Don't let him breathe. 11. 6.
Stay at home.
21.
Check.
Set hut.
53 is right. Check.
21.
On first down, Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Marshall now, the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Goff finding Cooks on a big play, 56 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He's going to get it running right. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Here's Goff. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And some room to work. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by John Johnson. Stays on his feet. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle. And that's going to tack on 15 more. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case,
and this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now it's Patterson. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Garoppolo now looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Here's McKinnon, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo now, first down throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
11.
Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
11.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
This is Marshall. Room here to run. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Marshall. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
5.
A shotgun snap for gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Out of the gun. Goff. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out. on this third quarter of play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Flex round! Flex round!
On 3rd down, Webb. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Here we go! White 90! White 90! Ohio! Ohio!
Now a first down throw. Webb. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. Here's Webb, and this is complete. It's Marshall. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll go with the keeper. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, got him halfway there. You don't see the sneak all that often from the 2-yard line, because you definitely don't want to see your quarterback get clobbered. But you wonder if we might see the same play again.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Marshall. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Keith Marshall punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, How great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Wait. 21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hold. 26, Mike. 12. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Flag!
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
11.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
3 down. Switch. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Gun!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Over the middle to Garcon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Detroit! Gun! He's moving. Gun!
Throwing on first down. Boyle, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Back to throw. Boyle. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
In the backfield, standing alone on 2nd and goal is McKinnon.
Wait. 12. 53 is the light.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got four down.
21, 21.
Six guard, check six guard.
White. 11.
To throw is Garoppolo. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Aaron Donald in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Detroit! Hot!
Check 53 flight. Check 53 flight.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moment. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Reuben Foster leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And here's Marshall. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Webb. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
21.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Mark Barron in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
21. 12.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for LA, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.